live now.
In 3, 2.
All right, you're live.
Yay!
All right, we're back. Hopefully, the microphone works better now because I got an external microphone.
Mhm.
So I want to make sure that you guys could all hear us. Can you hear us?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, so just
Yes,
talk
it's
about.
running.
Yeah, okay. Talk about the New Year's resolution.
Okay.
What's your New Year's resolution?
I'll let the kids start. I'm still.
Oh, that's hard.
Okay, they can hear us.
Oh, whoa there.
And it says 79 people, I think. 110 people.
Sweet.
All right, so we got this new microphone, and hopefully it increases the quality of the live stream. So the topic right now is a New Year's resolution. Who wants to share first?
I don't know yet. Neither.
Trinity, do you want to share? Or you want me to share first?
You can share.
All right. New Year's resolution. One of the supporters, emailed me, and he's like, hey, I think your New Year's resolution should be to get 1 million subscribers and get the gold plaque. I think that would be a great goal, but I want to, just try to be a little bit more modest with the goal. If we could get to 800,000 subscribers, in a year, that would be awesome. I guess one of my goals also is to save more money. I want to be able to eventually buy a bigger home so the kids have more room to play with. And investing money, learning how to invest money and be smarter with it is very important. Always want the school to grow, to get more students, and to basically, increase the family, but a lot of it is school oriented. I want to try to get in 0 arguments with Trinity, if possible.
That's a good one.
Because we ended the year last year with some bad arguments, and this new year coming up, hopefully it'll be a new start where I could communicate more effectively with my ideas and emotions, and just not get to that point with her.
Yeah.
So that's a goal as well, just to get the marriage stronger, and just really appreciate the children and the family and the time that we spend in their training. But those are my goals for the new year, and I look forward to that. Whose turn? Told you guys are shy. You act like you ain't shy.
I don't know.
You still don't know?
Yeah. Back one of
Get
my
good
mind,
grades.
though.
That's it.
Get good grades.
Yeah.
So much.
Yes. One of my New Year revolutions is not to get scared to get shot in Nerf war.
And Nerf wars.
Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
good one. That's a good one.
Because I'm really scared.
Those little
I
power
calm down.
pellets.
I'm playing
Yeah.
FIFA right now.
Okay. Angelina's going to play FIFA.
I'm gonna be right back. Okay. Wait.
All
Hi,
right.
Ken.
So fun. What's your New Year's resolution?
What's your New Year's resolution, Ken?
What's something you want to do better or learn this year?
Oh no.
You don't know?
You don't know?
Okay. I'll think about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Trinity's turn.
Oh, my New Year's resolutions. All right. So my first one is I want to read more.
Yeah, me too.
I do. I want to read more. And I do have a lot of reading to do because I have to complete research. So that's another thing, is completing my preliminary work in research and thesis, so that I can get beyond this level of my training for to become a licensed therapist.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a goal, to do more reading and then to complete that part of my degree. So that is done. And then on a personal is definitely to continue to cultivate our marriage. It's It's really awesome being newlyweds in our first year. So to continue to just to be educated and to work in a relationship with my husband to strengthen our marriage, and to also being a great mom to the kids as well, and growing our family. Yeah. Oh, and another one is to learn all of part 2 in the Phoenix form. Okay. And when I say learn all of it, I mean right and left, and knowing it straight through 1 and 2. Because, you know, some people, they learn part 2 and 3 and they forget 1. So that's another goal for this year. And can I talk about setting New Year's resolutions real quick? So we always, you know, at the top of the year, everybody wants to do these resolutions. They want to do something better, and it's either losing weight or learning something new or earning more money or becoming better in whatever part of the life that you want to become better, right? So a great guide in setting New Year's resolutions is to set what's called SMART goals. So it's not just a word defining the type of goal you want to and saying, oh, that's a SMART goal. But it's also a mnemonic device or an acronym used that symbolizes the 5 steps or the 5 things to take into consideration when you are setting a goal, or in this case, resolution, which are goals that we set for the year. So the S in SMART goals, it stands for specific. So you want to specify what it is that you want to learn or make better. So it has to be specific. You don't want to just throw it out there and say, oh, I just want to learn everything about everything. No, fix or choose something specifically that you would want to improve upon, learn, or change for the better. The M stands for measurable. So make your goal measurable. So say if it's weight loss, you want to say, I want to lose 10% body fat, because it's making it specific and it's measurable and saying 10%. So you want to make it measurable, a way that you can measure how you are progressing or not progressing in your goal. The A, it stands for attainable. So make it attainable. Don't set a grandiose goal, something that is impossible, saying, well, you know what? Right now I'm in the poverty line, but by the end of the year, I'm going to be a multi-billionaire. Like, it is possible that by the end of the year, you can improve your financial status, but to go from being poverty, not unless you have a relative that leaves you $1 billion, then that's great. But you want to make it attainable, something that is able to be attained or possessed by you within the time that you give yourself to set the goal. The R is realistic. So again, how realistic is the goal that you're trying to set? Like, if you've never worked out a day in your life, you don't want to say in 3 months, I want to run a marathon. Because how realistic is that, where you can run a marathon, you've never done any workouts, you run a marathon in 3 months. How safe is that going to be for your health? How safe is it going to be for your mental? So you want to set something that's realistic. It means you sit down, you set a plan of action. What actions am I going to take? Over what time period am I going to take these actions? And specifically, what am I going to do so that I can achieve this goal in a wise, smart, safe, and achievable way? And the last one is T for timely. Timely means you set a time limit. Like, we were talking about a situation and we were saying, okay, we have to start this at least 8 months in advance in order for this to go off smoothly. So you want it timely. You want to set it within a time limit that is realistic so that you can get the things done that you want to get done and successfully achieve the goals. So that's just like, in brief, something that you want to consider when setting New Year's resolutions, setting SMART goals. So be specific, make sure it's measurable, make sure it's attainable, make sure they're realistic goals, and then also set a time limit or make these goals timely. So those are some things, So if you don't know, if you're like, I don't know how to set a New Year's resolution, so you can take those things into consideration and it'll help you, You want to go play now?
Yeah. Okay, come on.
All right.
Any
So-
comments? I'm sorry.
There's a bunch of comments that come over here, and then they've been coming in through the whole conversation, so it starts all the way up You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
So should we start from the beginning, or should we just start?
Or you can just pick out the one that like sets out to you, or if there's one that grabs your eye.
Says, I love you guys. Hi, me too. Can I have a shout out? Pro players. Yes, shout out.
Shout out. Hey, pro players.
Happy New Year. My New Year's resolution is to improvise. Happy New Year, everybody.
Improvisation. Happy New Year.
I hope
guys.
everyone had a great New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
I love your videos and channel. Where are you guys from? We're in Chicago, but my parents are from Hong Kong, so it's like a Chinese background. You guys are best.
Thank you.
Angelina says, thank you.
Can I join you? Yes, you can.
Come on in.
Hello.
Yeah, if you guys are in the Chicago area, we would love to have you come out to visit the school.
Said you should make one of your goals to be more organized. I'm not referring this to you, but it's a good resolution to have. It gives you more productivity and it benefits you. Right?
That's a great
Organized. Let me see. Definitely, I'm trying to think about situations where in my life where being organized is really important. I think one thing that comes up to mind is the training, like organizing the teachings and presenting, like setting up goals for the students. You know, like Katie's talking about, hey, you know, what would it take to get to the next level?
Yeah.
And then like organizing my ideas in the different teaching, the different forms and what I want them to work through.
Yeah.
It's really important to organize so then it gets like the students like goals to go after.
Yeah.
As far as like what techniques to learn and what to get better at. So that's something that I'm working on too. It's good. You're the best YouTuber. Thank you. You are the best. I love Angelina. She is awesome. And I'm a girl, for your information.
So see, you're inspiring the girls. Yes, girl power. Air five.
Say wave and say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Says, hey, are you a cop? No, I'm not anymore. I used to be.
You used to be a cop?
I used to be. Hi, I hope you get everything you want this year. Hope so too.
Thank you. We wish the same for you.
Says, hi, Freddie. Big fan of yours. Can you please do more haircut videos? I don't know. Maybe I'll try to maybe do one maybe once a year. I don't know. But those videos aren't that successful.
Start doing like artwork in the back. Make like the face of Bruce Lee on the back of your head.
Says, that is a nice thing to do. Hope you have a 1 million 2020. Have a great time with your family. Hello from Germany.
That's awesome.
Hope you have a nice day. I subbed.
Yeah, thank you guys in Germany.
Why do I turn off the comments on every video? Well, for one, the YouTube has new like rules where any minors in the videos you're not supposed to have the comments on. For two, the comments are not being regulated and controlled. Like I don't have the time to look through all of them, and I don't want the children to look through the video or the videos and see the comments and get discouraged.
If they're you know unfavorable or you know just where people are insulting.
Yeah,
and
and
so we want to definitely protect our kids.
yeah, so protecting the children and just like online bullying and harassment is a big thing, and I don't want my children or students have to go through that. Like especially the students, they're not paying to get harassed online. I need to protect them. You know, I'm getting paid from being out there, but not necessarily everybody else in the videos are getting paid to be out there. So it's something that they shouldn't have to deal with. For me, I get paid to deal with this type of stuff. And also for me, the energy is just, I'm sensitive to energy. I don't like negative energy. So when people say like bad things, negative things, it gets to you. So, I turn them off. But like I said, this is my first time. This is the first day that I ever gone live stream like this and reading comments from the audience. It's my way to try to respond back to some comments and interact with the audience and connect with the audience in a way that I've never done, before. So this is my way to just try to get people out there, to communicate with people so we could try to take the channel to the next level.
That's good.
You guys are the best. Are they his kids? Yeah, they're our kids. All right, you got another fan. Angelina says, Angelina, you are so good at Kung Fu. She says thank you.
She's so shy.
It says you inspire me. Hi, I watch your videos, love you guys. How's your day going? It's going great. I got my car fixed today. I'm really happy about that. Yeah, spend some good time with the kids training, family training. How's my training going in the grippers? I don't use those that much, and they're super difficult. Like they have like different settings on them, and I just train it just to burn out my arms. But like I haven't really worked on like getting it really good at it. I just use that as
Okay.
I just use that sometimes, but I'm not like super good at it either. What dojo do you work and what place? I call my place a kun, so it's a Chinese martial arts school. They call it a kun, so KWOON. Dojo's more for the Japanese martial arts, just to get people to be educated about that. So people that practice karate and jiu-jitsu and judo, they would call their place a dojo because that's the Japanese reference to a martial arts school. But in Chinese, it's a kun. So KWOON. There's just not that many Chinese martial arts schools out there, so not a lot of people know about a kun. But it's just part of my responsibility as a teacher or a Sifu is to educate people that it is a kun where I'm at. So it's located at 1642 West Howard Street in Chicago, Illinois. Favorite NBA team?
Ooh. Have a favorite player?
I mean,
players.
I like the Warriors with Curry and Thompson and Durant, but Durant's gone. Now it's Curry and Thompson, and they're both injured. But they normally would be my best.
Yeah. I still like that team though.
But there are also good teams out there like Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers. I like the Clippers. Yeah. Because of Kawhi and Paul George, I think they're pretty cool. Says, hi, Freddie, you're the best dad for Ken, Jet, Angelina, Brandon, Keel. Thank you. I said all my friends to subscribe. Thank you. I also subscribed. So it says you are the best at karate.
That's another opportunity to educate.
So it's Freddie's Modern Kung Fu. So I practice Kung Fu. That's the Chinese version of karate. Actually, karate, the original meaning of karate. Hey, Ken. The original meaning of karate is a Chinese fist. So karate actually got inspired from the Chinese martial arts. So I am representing or practicing and expressing the Chinese martial arts. So I go by Kung Fu. Okay, this person said it would be great to be completely vegetarian and abstain from all types of meat products. What do you think about that?
I believe to each his own. For some people, vegetarianism is great. It's healthy for them, and then also for some people, vegetarianism is not so great. I would say this, that you have to first look at your metabolic type, how you metabolize food. Look also at your level of nutrients. The vegetables that we take in, they do not usually have the amount of nutrients that they're supposed to have because of the nutritional value that's been depleted from our soil here in the States. So if you're going to be vegetarian or vegan, you really want to take into account where you are getting your produce from, because you may think that you're getting the right amount of nutrients from an apple or a handful of greens or spinach, and actually it is not as nutrient filled as it should be because of the lack of nutrients in the soil. So knowing where your produce comes from is really important, and something you want to take into account if you decide to go into vegetarianism or becoming vegan. Now, as far as it being better and more healthy, I come from a family where we do take in animal protein. We're aware of where we get our protein from, so we don't do the meat that has been filled with steroids and hormones and antibiotics. We go organic and free range anytime possible. It is more expensive, but the meat is more healthy, and also the way that the animals are slaughtered so that we may use their meat, it is done in a more respectful way to the animal. So in other words, the animals are not being abused or tortured in the process, so that we can actually utilize their meat. It's something that my ancestors, from my Native American background in hunting the buffalo, there was a very respectful way in which they did it. It wasn't something they did for sport just because they wanted to go out and kill something big and strong. And they utilized all parts of it. So it was very respectful. And also it was something that was done for necessity. They used the entire animal. So I would not say that there is right and wrong when it comes to how we eat. There are some people where they are completely fine with consuming meat and their bodies are good with it. I do very well metabolizing animal protein because it helps to stabilize blood sugar levels. There are some people who are vegetarian and they take in way too many carbs. And so they may find that they are gaining weight or unable to lose the extra weight that they want to lose. So, like I said, I don't believe there's a right or wrong, but I do believe that if you decide to do any of these approaches, be it eating normally with meats, being vegetarian or vegan, that you consult a physician or a registered dietitian, and also take into consideration how your body responds when eating these specific ways. Because some people, they don't do well with red meat. Their body just can't take it. Some people, they do well with red meat, and their bodies, they are stronger and they're thriving because of it. But I would say educate yourselves, do your research, read up on the sources of your proteins, like where your meat's coming from, read up on the sources of your produce, where your produce is coming from, and then, just make wise choices. Make sure you get educated and do your research before deciding to go one way or the other.
Great. I agree. Hey, I am a big fan. My New Year's resolution is a Bruce Lee body. What's up, Kung Fu Squad?
What's up?
Please say hi to me, Rachel Clark.
Hey, Rachel. How you doing, girl? Thanks for watching, dear.
Can you please say hi, Borna? Hi, Borna.
Hey, Borna. Go, Borna. Go, Borna. Go. I like all the smiley faces.
Angelina is beautiful. What? Angelina got a lot of fans out there. Hi, Freddie and family. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Sun Tzu's Art of War or Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching? Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching for me.
That's
You know Kung Fu is the best. Hi, where is your karate training place? All right, so the Kung Fu place is in Chicago, 1642 West Howard Street. What do you think about Bruce Lee? I think he was an amazing martial artist, amazing actor, an amazing human being, a huge inspiration to many people in this world, including myself. Huge inspiration into what I do, and a lot of my work is designed to try to continue on with his work and just kind of be an extension to his energy. You know, I'm not trying to be him, but I want to kind of carry on the energy, similar energy of what he was trying to do during his time, but I'm trying to do it for today. I'm from Brazil and I love your channel. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
She says, I was talking to the haters because they were being mean to the family.
Yeah, we appreciate your support, guys. Thank you.
It says, please say my name, Muteki. Muteki.
We hope that's the right pronunciation.
Yeah, I hope so.
Muteki.
My favorite YouTube in the whole world.
True.
Huh? I'm reading through.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say about resolutions while you're reading through the comments?
I think it's just so many comments in itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's so many things to try to touch on
Mm.
because we've already been 27 minutes in, you know.
Yeah.
So as far as the New Year's resolution, I'm already kind of done with that.
Mm-hmm. I would say start small with your New Year's resolutions too.
Yeah.
You know, like don't make them so grandiose or so difficult that by February you've forgotten about them. You know.
Says hello Freddie, love your videos, keep up the kung fu and inspiring kids.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. Says, are you from China? I was born in Chicago. My parents are from Hong Kong, so we're pretty much Hong Kong background. Love you guys, and your kung fu skills are the best, guys. Where's your clubs in Chicago, Illinois? We are inspired by your videos. Just going through them, girl.
Yeah.
Your videos are the best. All right, so that's pretty much most of them.
Yeah. So just taking this time to see if there's anything that we can respond to while we're on live, especially if you have questions for Sifu, something that you want to know about training, or maybe if you're going to be in the area, if you're going to be in the Chicagoland area or in the Rogers Park area and you want to come by, you know, we are located at 1642 West Howard Street. And if you stop by, we have classes during the day, in the mornings at 9:30, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do you do Tuesday?
Wait, what? I'm reading some of the comments.
Oh, okay.
It's funny.
Just tell them about your schedule if they wanted to stop by
Okay.
for classes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
then
think
we
most of these people are like, let me see. Kids are beautiful. Girl, Angelina got a lot of like there's a lot of stuff like man, like it seems like I didn't like I'm trying to start from this like it's I don't know, it's weird. Like I'm trying to like move down and then it seems like I didn't go I don't know.
Yeah.
Why is
Something
Angelina
happening
so
there.
beautiful? Is it good to work out every day? Yes, I would say that it's good. I do. I work out every day, and I think it's a great thing. Is that your wife? Yes. Are you Jackie Chan?
There's only one Jackie Chan, and he lives in Los Angeles,
Are
California.
you Jackie Chan? Shoot, I wish I had as much money as Jackie Chan had.
Yes.
For real.
Yeah, he's in LA.
I
with
wish
his
I had that
family.
Jackie Chan money. Maybe one day. Maybe. What's your favorite foot? Or do you think he's trying to say food?
Probably saying food. I think food.
Steak or snow crab legs.
One or the other.
This person asks, why is Angelina so beautiful?
I don't know.
Playing FIFA and training Kung Fu.
This person said, so there's no difference between a meat eater and a cannibal.
Oh, well, that's a matter of opinion. Yeah, you're welcome to it too. See, cannibals, they eat their own, which means if we were as human beings, we ate other human beings, that's cannibalism. Or for a cow to eat another cow, that's considered cannibalism or cannibalistic. Cows, they eat grass. Lions, they eat cows. And human beings, we don't eat each other. We eat either produce or for those who eating meat, they eat meat. So no, we're not cannibals.
All right, so this person asked a good question. It's like, what do I think about Muay Thai?
Okay.
Do you know what Muay Thai is?
I know that is it the Thai martial arts?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know a whole lot about it though.
It's pretty much like kickboxing, but with elbows and knee strikes.
Mm.
But they don't take each other down to the ground. They wear gloves, and they get kick and all that stuff. It's pretty brutal.
Mm.
Like they train hard, they fight hard, they spar hard. I respect their culture, I respect their sport, and they bring a lot of honor and respect to the Thai culture and the people. And if I was Thai, I don't know, maybe I would be promoting that. I'm not sure. But I would say that the people that are Thai, to be proud of your culture and your art and your sport and all that. Can you turn it down a little bit? Who is that? Brandon, turn it down.
Excuse me.
But I respect it. There's a lot of people out there that are really good at it, and it's very, it's a pretty destructive combat sport, but just in my opinion, as far as like my energy is concerned, like there's not enough softness to it. It's not enough like speed and fluidity and gracefulness. Like it's just too hard. Like there's no yin to balance it out. Like it's just all like too much yang, not enough yin. And that's what sets the difference between like Chinese martial arts and Muay Thai. Is Chinese martial arts integrates more spiritual and meditation and a lot of speed and efficiency. So Muay Thai would be, in my eyes, just something where they take more, they'll take the damage and they'll give damage. But in Chinese martial arts, rather than taking the damage, they would kind of like redirect the damage redirect the aggression and redirect the force, and then deliver damage if necessary. So it's a different philosophy. So rather than going like head on strong, to me, I think Muay Thai is more like this, but Kung Fu is more like this, where you just kind of is more balanced. But I'm not saying that to criticize that way. It's just different, and you have to know how you are and who you are to see what art connects with you more. But especially as you're getting older, you can't always use like athleticism and pure strength and pure aggression to overcome every situation. Sometimes you have to learn how to be softer in order to overcome the situation. So another example would be like, say, boxers, rather than just taking the damage and getting hit, they would just duck and dodge and evade the techniques and not get hit and then hit back. So the art of boxing, to get really good at it, is to not get hit and hit back. So that's like more like Kung Fu, where you don't want to take in damage, but at the same, but then you want to defend against the person. To me, Muay Thai is just kind of like really head on, where it's like they'll let you hit them, and then their goal is to just to hit you harder, hit you back harder. And it's a different philosophy. But we are a world full of differences, and I respect that art, respect that sport. There's a lot of people in there that practice it that are really good at what they do. So that's what I think about that. All right, what age and why did you get into martial arts? Started martial arts at the age of 16. What made you decide to become a teacher? That's the natural progression. I feel that when you're a student and you love what you do and you keep practicing, eventually you want to help others improve as well. And in this world, we usually will make money teaching. You don't really make money from learning. People pay teachers to learn, and then people that want to learn are the ones that give money to learn. So if you eventually want to make money doing what you love, you're eventually going to have to learn how to teach. And that's just a natural progression of, from somebody who starts off learning. If he keeps moving forward, eventually he's going to end up teaching as well. Does it mean anything, my necklace? This is a dragon, and it's just keeping that dragon energy within my heart and just reminding me of, just trying to bring that powerful energy, that positive energy, that mysterious energy, that mystical energy into my life. And just, I got a dragon tattoo on my back as well. Just trying
also a symbol of wisdom.
Yeah, symbol of wisdom as well, And Bruce Lee was the year of the dragon, and he was born like in the hour of the dragon, and Bruce Lee's name was Little Dragon, like Lei Siu Lung, So I'm the year of the rooster, I'm not the year of the dragon. I'm not the hour of the dragon.
It's okay.
So, but I want to have the qualities of a dragon. So putting, wearing this reminds me or encourages that energy to come towards me. And my tattoo as well. I want to have a part of that energy within my expression. So that's why I choose to wear this. Shout out to me, Tina Rodriguez. Are you Chinese? Chinese American, I would say yes. Do you ever use machines in the gym? I work out at my own Kung Fu studio. We only have one machine that we use every so often. But I don't really use much machines. I like free weights more.
Me too.
Yeah.
I like free weights, body weight, plyometrics.
Yeah.
It's not PCD What is it?
Please say hi to me, Brandon Shakespeare. Hello.
Hi, Brandon.
Can you say hi to me? Dynamic builds. Yes. Please say hi to me, Kayla Lewis.
Hey, Kayla.
Are you still biking? When the weather gets better, I usually like to bike when it's 60 degrees or warmer.
Yeah.
I don't really enjoy biking when it's cold out, so I'll start biking when it gets warmer. This person asked me, have you ever considered making reaction videos on martial arts or Bollywood? One of my students actually recommended doing that, but I still had to figure out the technology and how to do that.
Yeah.
Because they would show the clip and then they'd comment and show the clip and comment.
Oh, okay.
You know, and that you just have to have more familiarity with the technology in order to do it like that.
Because you want the timing to be right too.
Yeah, it's just a lot more technology. And I'm not that much, I don't really know that much about technology. This whole streaming thing is brand new to me as well. But I think if that could be a future source of revenue generation, then that would be great, because you can just make videos just commenting on stuff and people watch, you know.
That's cool.
So
seems like it would be fun too.
yeah, I think it would be good. But like I said, I gotta find somebody, or I had to do it to know how to make it all nice, put the video up and comment on stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
That's cool.
because people make a living literally just commenting off of movies and stuff. You know, I love your videos, it says. It says your kids are beautiful.
Yay.
How tall is Brandon? How tall are you, Brandon?
5'8".
He's 5'8".
5'8" now.
I'm 5'8". Or no, he's 5'8". I'm 5'5". Trinity's 5'8". And then the rest of the kids are shorter than us.
Yeah.
Bro.
Brand, he's caught me this year.
Says your kids are beautiful. Can you please show us some kung fu? I want to see some of the moves you can do. All right.
Beautiful.
Straight punch, back fist, palm strike.
All from the chair. I love it.
All right, there's some of my kung fu. Your kids are beautiful. This person I don't know if it's the same person, but they just keep saying I love Angelina. Okay, this is funny. It's like, Freddie, can you please tell Roblox nicknames so we can play together with Angelina? You have Roblox?
Roblox anymore. I don't play it anymore. But I wish I could.
All right, what's your Roblox name?
Kenji1274.
That's Ken's.
All right,
username.
Ken Lee 1274.
Mine is QLE1, my basic school account.
Keely
Why
1.
would you-
So
For
Ken
Roblox.
and Keel are on Roblox.
But not Angelina.
Angelina got banned.
She's graduated from Roblox.
For a good reason.
All right, here's a question. It says, do you think he could beat Bruce Lee?
No, I'm sorry.
You can't answer that question and with respect.
Yeah.
You know, like the humble thing to say is always say no, because that is somebody that came before you, and you always give that respect. So
Pave the way.
yeah, they paved the way, and especially since he passed away. You know what I'm saying? Like, he passed away.
You were still here.
You know, you never met him, and you never spar with them. You never seen him in real life.
Yeah.
You can't say that you can beat him, even if you think you can, because that's arrogant right there. Like, how do you know? You can't
have nothing
know.
to measure against because he's not here anymore.
Yeah, you know, and it's just straight disrespectful to even say that you could beat him. You know, so and it's not, to me, martial arts is not about that at all.
Yeah.
You know, I would say more appropriate thing would be like, do you ever think that you could be as famous as him or as legendary as him?
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, obviously at this moment, Now, no, because not everybody knows me as much as they know him.
Yeah, he's
You know, so he's just like a whole different stratosphere. And but the thing is, he built that through time after his death as well.
Yeah.
So he had not just the time he was living, but the times after his death to basically build up that following and that appreciation towards his art and his presence.
And his family pushed a lot to keep his legacy alive as well.
Yeah, exactly. You know, his foundation and all those millions of dollars, and he paved the way. So it'd be completely inappropriate to even say anything ridiculous, you know, like that.
Oh.
But like the martial arts, like to me, like for example, it's not about that. So, and I'm working on the same side as him. It's not about that. It's like, if anything, I respect him as somebody who, you know, was the elder to me. But the thing is, what I can say is that I'm older than when he passed away. And that's the thing that makes it where you kind of have to kind of move on, is because if he's 30, if he died at 32 and you're age 15 and you're learning from him, that's one thing. But if you passed him in age and I'm 38 now and he died at 32, I have to keep going without his guidance, because it's not like he died at 99 and then I'm like learning until I'm 99.
Yeah, learning how he evolved.
Yeah, exactly.
From 32 till older age.
Exactly.
He, you know, his life unfortunately ended so early. But that it also speaks to something that he encouraged us to do, that you that as you begin to practice, that you evolve in your practice. And so something that I remember you teaching me was that whenever that Bruce Lee said, you know, take this thing and then create your own thing from it, you know, your own practice. And so I believe that you follow that suggestion or that principle that he set forth, and that you continue to practice daily. You didn't stop practicing when you were 15 or 16 or when you graduated from college. You continue to practice and to evolve and to create new forms and to add on to your repertoire, and even to add on to what it is that you learned from him and from your past Sifus. And so, so again, I think that it is a very difficult question to answer. Like, can you beat Bruce Lee? I think is more so is, you know, can you continue on, you know, from what you've learned from him? And yeah, because that is what Bruce Lee encouraged us to do, is to continue to learn and grow.
I mean, one thing that I can say though is I would want to be able to further, you know, gain more respect for the Chinese Americans, you know, at this time, like go beyond where he left off as far as like the respect for the Chinese people and the culture, you know, because he went through a lot of racism back then, and there's still a lot of racism now, but it's slowly getting better. But it's just basically just trying to gain more respect for the Chinese people, the Chinese American, and the culture and the arts. And it's like a never ending journey. And, you know, it's a lot of work, you know, and I always want to have his support and the support of his fans, because without the support of his fans, I wouldn't be where I'm at. You know, there's no way that I would be where I'm at if I didn't get the support from the people that really are big fans of Bruce Lee. So it'd be completely ridiculous for me to say, oh yeah, I could beat him. You know, it's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's like super skilled. Yeah. He was super skilled. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody that thinks that they could beat him, like the question of it is like, then it just shows like you question, you know, somebody, like, can somebody really be that good? And he set such a high standard that it's good to have those doubts, because then you know that, you know, just the belief that there is something that is very hard to achieve. It's good to strive after things that are hard to achieve, so then that'll make you better at what you do. You know, so it's almost like Usain Bolt. Ain't nobody was able to beat his record up to this date, you know, the 100-meter dash. It still stands. Yeah, it still stands, you know, and Bruce Lee's like one of those benchmarks where I don't think anybody can really surpass, because his thing is not, he wasn't just fighting. He wasn't fighting for competition. His was an artistic self-expression.
Yeah.
And it's like he gained so much respect from making movies, showing what he could do. And nobody's ever gotten that respect that he's gotten making movies. Like nobody. Like Van Damme and Steven Seagal and Chuck Norris and Donnie Yen and Jackie Chan and all these people that have went through Hollywood. I haven't seen anybody that's gotten the recognition and respect that Bruce Lee's gotten. And that's just something that nobody will be able to achieve in my eyes, because he said that he lived and died for that.
Yeah.
You know, but for me, I'm chilling. You know, I'm like, Bruce Lee's more like the fast rabbit. I'm like a turtle. Just taking my time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to live until I'm 100. I don't want to die at 32 or 38 or 40. I want to keep living. And I want to show, okay, what if Bruce Lee or someone like Bruce Lee that was like almost as good lived until he was 99 or something? How would he be? Imagine how Bruce Lee would have been if he lived until he was 65. How would he have been? You know, what type of decisions would he have made? Would he have kept teaching? Would he keep acting? Would he be a producer and a director? Like, what decisions would he have made? Would he have been on YouTube? You know?
Yeah. How would have evolved?
Yeah, like what would he have done with all the money that he's made? And basically, like Jackie Chan, like we're Jackie Chan's now. He's like 60 something years old. He has all this money. Like, what is he doing with his life right now? Like, we wonder what Bruce Lee would have done with his, you know, and it's just an interesting thing to think about. But in my eyes, I'm like, you know, let me not try to do exactly what he did, but let me do something similar and see where I could go. You know, like Bruce Lee made movies in Hollywood. Well, I'm making videos on YouTube, and let's see if we could get to 1 million subscribers. And then after we get to 1 million, let's see if we could get to 5 million, and then 10 million, and then so on and so forth, and see how many subscribers we're going to be able to get before I pass away. You know what I'm saying? And just keep, you know, just let it keep growing from there, because then the channel could be taken over by one of the kids, and then just keep allowing it to continue to grow, you know. And hopefully they don't piss all the money away on like Roblox and stuff like that. The whole legacy of FMK is destroyed from a Roblox account. All the money was taken and used to buy underwear for the Roblox player. $50,000 pair of underwear and shoes for the Roblox avatar. Sifu Freddie Lee passed away for this. His legacy
might become an avatar.
Legacy dies with the Roblox account. All right, says, do you still have haters? Yes, I do, but I choose not to pay attention to them.
Hi.
Love your videos.
Okay, Ken.
How much do you weigh? I weigh 153 pounds right now.
Oh, really? I was 155.
Then what are you in?
153 right now.
That's a good weight, baby.
You go to the chat, click on
My mother is currently undergoing plantitis on her foot. Plantitis.
Oh, plantar fasciitis.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I searched up ways she can help recover. Do you have any tips you can give me for her treatment? Happy New Year. I don't know. What about you? I'm sure you know.
There are some stretches that are really good for plantar fasciitis. One of them is so funny because we were talking about it with Katie, with one of the students.
Yeah.
It's a yoga stretch. It's called the broken toe stretch. And you probably won't be able to see my feet, but I'll kind of show you. Switch over. So it's where you are kneeling, right? And you sit back on your feet. So your kneeling position, sitting back on your feet. And instead of laying your toes flat, you lay the feet like this, so that your toes like this, so that you're stretching the toes. So I wish I had a model foot. But it's where she'll start kneeling. And this is also, she has to have, her knees has to be in a
You
good
want to point the
position
camera
too.
towards the feet?
Sure, if you want to do that. But I have on my black socks. So I don't know if you can see it. But instead of laying your feet flat, like so, you want to tuck your toes under and then gently roll back so that you can stretch the toes out. So that's one really good stretch. Okay. Another one is you can, if you didn't get it, I can show something else too. Yeah. So another thing that helps with plantar fasciitis is massage. So I don't know if you know massage or if your mom knows massage, but to literally knead the bottoms of the feet and the toes. And a kneading position is, let me borrow your hand. So if this was the bottom of her foot, you would just take your thumbs and you would do a kneading position in circles. Okay. You can also use your fingers and kind of gently rub them down. And this is on the base of her feet. And also it helps if you do the tops of the feet too. And because of the pain associated with plantar fasciitis, you want to do it gently. You maybe want to get some warm towels and lay them on the feet or wrap them in her feet first and kind of massage them with the warm towels on them. And also, I don't know if you use essential oils, but rosemary is an excellent all-natural pain reliever. So you get a neutral oil like almond oil or argan oil. They even have an oil made with arnica, and arnica is another plant that helps with pain relief. So you take arnica or any of those other oils and you add a couple drops of rosemary oil. Rub it, put it in a bottle, mix up in a bottle, rub it through your hands, nice and warm, and then massage her feet. So the oils will help with the pain relief, and also the massage will help with circulation, and it'll help to alleviate some of the pain from plantar fasciitis. And then the rest, just listen to what the doctor says or her orthopedic specialist to see what advice they have or what they have her doing, because they may have some exercises for her to do as well. But those are some ways that you can help with the level of comfort. And they're all natural, so no drug side effects, nothing like that, because it has to do with massage and using natural oils.
Great.
And stretches.
Awesome.
Okay. There's been too much time.
How old and how tall is Brandon? Brandon is 5'8" and he's 14 years old. He just turned 14.
And I am 4'9".
How many push-ups are good for wushu training? I'd say the more push-ups you could do, the better. I noticed that for me, as I got older, I can't do as many push-ups. But at the same time, I think my form is better than it was in the past. I think I was going really fast, and my reps were not as deep.
Yeah, you've definitely changed in your form.
Yeah,
he's doing them. The way he's doing them now is harder than the way he used to do them.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So I don't do as many as I normally, because right now, like, just to do 30 is not easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, I could do like 120.
What?
Because you just be moving that far off the ground. So that does not count. If you stay this close to the ground while you're doing your push-ups, you're just going up and down real fast. That doesn't count. But if you go all the way down and you extend up,
it's hard.
Not a locked out elbow, but an extended elbow.
Yeah.
Like it's harder. It takes more energy.
Already doing like 5 push-ups for me is like already enough for me.
Even, like I said, even doing 30 is not easy.
Yeah. It's like what you were telling me about the pull-ups. Some
Yeah.
people, they don't straighten out their arm and just keep pulling.
Yeah.
But there are those who extend all the way down and then they pull all the way up. And so, of course, you're going to do more if you're doing the smaller. But if you do the longer, then it's going to take,
But the bench, I've been consistently doing really good even as I got older.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel like even though I don't do as many push-ups, I think my strength is still there. It's just that my technique has changed. So,
That's awesome.
but
and it's beautiful too. Your form is really good.
Thank you. So yeah, the more you do, the better. So I would say start to aim for 10 and then go for more than 10.
Mhm. And do research on like proper. Well, I'm sure you have some videos on proper push-up technique.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you benefit when you do it with proper form than you do with the wrong type of form. Your body is going to get stronger if you are in a position where you're hanging off the side of a cliff. More times than not, if you're doing it properly, you're going to have trained the muscles properly to help support the weight that you would need to pull yourself back up. So yeah. Not that I want anybody hanging off the side of a cliff. Wouldn't do that.
Can Angelina get into the live stream? We want to see some of her kung fu moves.
Her kung fu moves. We're gonna have to turn the camera that way. Have her do some kung because there's not enough space right
Go on,
here.
go over here. Get your head right there.
Yeah.
In between.
That is so not a kung fu move. Do your
What do
belly.
you want to do?
People like her more because she's the only girl and the little one.
Do you know any Spanish? I don't, but Trinity does.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Angelina. Me llamo Angelina.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, what else do you know?
I don't
You
know.
say, how are you doing?
I don't know.
What's that?
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, you did? Okay, good. So you know how to say.
Says my favorites are Angelina and Keo and Ken.
Oh, the morsel bites.
Have you ever been to the Shaolin Temple in China? No, I haven't.
I think
Nope.
that should be a family vacation.
Let's see about that.
Shaolin Temple would be awesome.
Have you ever heard of African Kung Fu?
I have heard of there being specific fighting styles, but I have not heard of African Kung Fu. Something that I'll look into, though. I'm really interested in that because of how we're fusing our cultures together. It'd be awesome.
Says, do you ever fight? I fight with Trinity all the time.
And he loses.
So try not to fight.
So, yeah, that's why we practice Kung Fu, because we don't want to fight.
Yes. My New Year resolution is to meet you.
That's cool.
Are you going?
Where's your workplace? It's at 1642 West Howard Street, Chicago.
Do you have that in your comment in your listings?
I should put it. I have my website on there.
Okay.
Ooh, say.
Are you Christian?
I am Christian. I am what I called a Reformed Christian Christ follower.
Are you into Japanese anime? I don't really know much about that.
Yeah, I used to watch it a few years ago. But yeah.
Are you Muslim? No. Okay, so did we reach the end?
I don't know, looks like it. Been on for about how long? 40 minutes?
It's an hour and 4 minutes.
Oh, I think that's enough.
Is that done?
Mm-hmm.
Is this it?
It seems so.
No, it just keeps going.
I'm probably leaving comments up until after.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
Just
the way it works is you set a time, you answer as many of the comments, and then if there's something that you want to talk about, you do, and see if they have something to ask about that. And we answer those questions too, and then after that, we'll be done. And
Can we have a house tour? We don't have a house, unfortunately.
We have a condo right
We
now.
have a condo, and it's really small.
It'll be that's on our to-do list. So one day we'll keep you guys posted when we do a tour.
Follow the dragon, never attack, always defend. Positivity is your friend.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Follow the dragon, never attack, always defend. Positivity is your friend.
Yeah, who's that from?
I don't know, SRM, crisp.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. We agree.
Can you challenge Jackie Chan? I don't think Jackie Chan would accept challenges.
Yeah.
He's too rich for that.
Yeah, true. That. And also that's not his approach. That's not
I'll ask him, hey, let me can I come in a movie with you? Give me some of those millions. But I don't think I'll let him beat me up in a movie though.
I don't think so. No.
No. Even for money, I don't
Like,
know.
look, Jackie, we gotta come to a draw. Maybe
I don't know. Think about it.
know.
If say he said, "Oh, you beat my movie, I'll give you a few million for me to beat you up." You think I should do it?
I mean, sure, it's a movie.
Yeah, but then it's like going against the principles of like
The what?
real martial arts.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because it's like the only way that you should do that is
Yeah.
if you he really can beat you up. Like you guys spar and then he beats you.
Oh,
Then you'd be like, all right,
principle.
you could beat me. But if you guys spar and you could beat him, then why would you let him beat you in a movie?
Yeah.
Because you're not telling the truth in the movie.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then no, you just have to turn down the millions. Or say, Jackie,
I mean,
it'd have to be a
do you
draw.
think? I mean, do you think that's a smart thing to do? Like, based on like your just from like a business perspective, like you
Well-
put somebody like that really is a martial artist,
Mm-hmm.
and then he wants money, or he wants to make money, and then now he's put in this position to lose in a fight in a movie, and then he gets paid a lot of money, or you turn it down, you don't get paid nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that movies it's an outlet. It's a way that people can experience things that they otherwise would not be able to experience. It's a way to bring experiences to those who are not in a place to experience those things. And then also it's a place where you can bring fantastic or imaginary make-believe things to the screen and make it seem real. So when you take into consideration what movies bring to the table, then if you look at it from that perspective, then if there is a business proposition where you can get in and you're one of the opponents or whatever, and like the other martial artist is slated in the script to be the winner, and then you get paid because you're getting paid to be an actor in a movie, not to be who you are, but you are an actor just like the other person is an actor. I feel that there is nothing wrong with that. And I've had the experience of being in movies as an actor, and then next to my actor name, you see my name.
No, but
and so,
but the issue is this.
What's the issue?
Look at like boxing, for example, right?
Mhm.
Like Floyd Mayweather Jr., the reason why he's so famous and why he's like the richest boxer ever is because he's 50-0. He didn't lose one boxing match.
Yeah.
Right? So if you look at a real martial artist, like if he's supposed to be like the top of the top dog, like nobody's supposed to be able to beat him.
Mm-hmm.
So like say Bruce Lee, before he became well known to be Bruce Lee,
Mm-hmm.
if he allowed himself to lose in a movie to just a nobody, it's already he gave up his integrity of like what he's supposed to represent. You know what I'm saying? Like because he wants to represent the best, not like giving up because that's why movies don't get respect. Because you're like, this person's got more fame, so we're just gonna let them win.
But that's the thing, though. That's the difference between a fictional movie and a documentary. So if it was a documentary, so a documentary is usually based on the real life, the true life of the person. And in the documentary, the names are the actual names. So if it was a doc on Bruce Lee or on Jackie Chan, then it would be on their lives, on their experiences, and on whatever it is that documentary is focusing on about their lives. But if it is a movie that is a work of fiction, that is not true. So if Jackie Chan was in this movie and say in his life, his approach was, in any combat that he's been in or any competitions he's been in, he's undefeated. But then in this movie, he plays, Jerry Wong, right? He's not Jackie Chan. He's playing a fictitious character, Jerry Wong, and Jerry Wong is the one who gets defeated. But Jackie Chan, his legacy is still intact because it's not a documentary. It's not based on truth.
But I'm talking about Floyd Mayweather's thing is in boxing.
Yeah, but
no,
Floyd
but
is not an actor.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's different because he has to Floyd needs to protect his reputation in the ring. Otherwise, he loses respect if he loses.
Yeah, but if somebody came to Floyd and asked him, "Will you play this role?"
No, I'm not talking about Floyd anymore. I'm just using it as an example.
Okay,
his energy is focused in the ring.
Yeah,
he's there to protect his reputation in there.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is somebody like Bruce Lee, his reputation is in the movies. He needs to protect that. He can't lose in that.
Okay.
If he does lose in that, his fans will lose confidence in him because either he's not good enough or he gave in to the money to make it appear as if he's not at that level when he really is.
So then that's something completely different because, like you said, his reputation wasn't only in his real life, but also in the characters that he depicted in his movies. And so he chose to fuse that together, and that's why he approached it the way he did. His thing was, if these guys can beat me in an actual sparring or an actual fight, then okay. But if they cannot, then in this movie, then they can't.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I feel it's supposed to be.
Okay.
And I feel that nobody's done that except for Bruce. Everybody else gave into the money. Okay. Like, hey, even though I know I can beat you up, but because you're giving me all this money and you are the star of the movie, I'll let you win because I want the money. And that's what everybody typically does.
Yeah.
And that goes against even like that would go against sport. It's like having a team purposefully lose. Like that's against the law.
Yeah.
Like you have to play your hardest and beat the team, even if you can't purposefully lose. That goes against what sport is supposed to be about.
Yeah. But then in some football movies, there are some of these teams that, they may be like, championship holders right now, but in the movie that we see, that team might have lost one of the games. And so it just goes, like you said, it depends on the person and what they want to portray, even in a work of fiction. Because in this work of fiction where it's not true, it's not based on any truth whatsoever. And they even make in the credits at the end, they have a statement that if any of this happens to be, if it happens to be true or any names happen to be the same as the characters, it is truly a work of fiction. It is by coincidence, and it is in no way portraying the actual events of whatever. So they make this disclosure, but then it just comes down to the person. Like, you may not ever want to do a movie like that if it's a person who you possibly could beat or win, and that's a choice. But for those people who choose to go into acting and to portray characters that may or may not be close to the actual character of the person, the real life person, that's a choice that actors make on a day in, day out basis. So like with Denzel Washington, from what I've learned and what I've in briefly meeting him and what I've learned about him is that, he's a good guy. He has his flaws, but he's primarily a good guy. But in Training Day, he was a monster, But, he even went on a lot of interviews and he addressed how the character that he played, that it was so negative that he was like, it has to end this way because people have to know that behavior is not rewarded, that it's, but he chose to portray that character. Some people, they might not want to do a character that's so negative and so scary, but I think it's just the choice of the person and what they choose to do and become linked to.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the difference with Bruce was that he was a martial artist first and an actor second.
Yeah.
And then other people that are actor first and then a martial artist second.
Yeah.
So meaning like Keanu Reeves, for example, actor first, martial artist second. So like he will do what's necessary for the storyline, But Bruce Lee, on the other hand, martial artist first, actor second, and like, he will like protect his reputation.
Yeah. With
all his heart, just as much as Floyd Mayweather or Muhammad Ali or whatever boxer is protecting the reputation in the ring, And for me, what I'm drawn to is displaying what's real and not falsifying stuff.
Mhm.
So meaning like making it seem like I'm better than I really am.
Yeah.
I don't agree to that, and I don't agree to me making myself seem worse than I really am.
Yeah.
So like
So
for example,
you, then you probably would not do a movie where you would lose to someone who you may actually, beat in real life.
yeah, I mean, it wouldn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
But like for example, like today when we did the rope thing, the tug of war,
Mm-hmm.
like it wouldn't be good if somebody's losing purposely. You're supposed to try, right?
Yeah.
So I try and then I win, but then at the end I was really trying and I couldn't win because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's showing like my limit. Like I'm not trying to say that I could just beat anybody and be like, hey guys, pretend like you're trying, but then let me win so that I look better on camera. People think that I'm stronger than I really am. Like no, like that's like me doing the bench press and then using like fake weights. Oh, let's put 3 plates on each side. Make people think I could bench 315 pounds. Like that ain't the real thing. Like I put 265, I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went back down to 255, then I was able to do it. So that people could see, hey, he couldn't do 265, but he was able to do 255. Like I like to put the real stuff, but then what in the movies, a lot of the movies, it's not real. It's just they're telling a story.
Yeah.
And I think that's the appeal of YouTube is that you find more real things on YouTube than you do in the movies. Because people just like let it out. Like this is me. This is what I can do, this is what I can't do, and this is what I'm working towards. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I really feel, I mean, honestly, they talked about Bruce, but I'll talk about Jackie. If I spar Jackie, I honestly think I'll do pretty good. I mean, no joke. I mean, I don't like. I think I could do good. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Not disrespecting him,
Yeah.
but I think that he's an actor and a stuntman first, and not a martial artist first. And
Yeah,
he's good at what he does.
A good conversation for you two to have to see like how he pegs himself.
No, but at the same time, there's no reason for him to communicate with me on that level because he's got all this money, he's got all the power, he got all the fame. Why would he even entertain that? How's it going to benefit him?
No, I'm just saying that it would be interesting. I'm not saying he would or whatnot. I'm just saying it would be an interesting conversation.
If you had like $300 million to your name, why would you even consider talking to somebody that don't even have $1 million? Like, what is he going to contribute to your legacy?
I guess it's the same as like a reporter. There's a reporter who doesn't have nearly as much money as he does, and they're probably not even into the martial arts at all. But they're reporting, they're attaining information just to see.
But they're not challenging him.
Oh well,
you know what I'm saying? Like he'll take offense to that. It's like, yo, like, who are you to challenge me? Like, yo, I'm like way older than you. I got all this money, got all this fame, got all this success. Who are you to challenge me? You know what I'm saying?
Look at it that way, yeah.
Like it's like disrespectful.
Yeah, I'm new to all this.
And then he's like, yo,
just,
like you're like 20 years.
We can learn a lot from each other.
You're like 25 years younger than me. Of course, you should be able to beat me up. But like, will I let the world know that? So then now they give you attention over me? Like, no, like, get the hell out of here. I mean, think about me. Like, say if I'm 65, I got as much money and fame as him, and some like 30-year-old dude's like, yeah, I beat up Sifu Freddie. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you think you could beat me up? Like first of all, if you did beat me up, it's probably just because he's younger. It ain't because he's more skilled. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the martial arts, it just gets like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I just feel that it's a lot that we can learn from one another. I feel that there are things that you can learn from him, and I feel that there are some things that he can learn from you as well. And it's not so much about who can beat up whom, but just hell. I mean, he has 30 plus years, and so there are some things and some experiences he has that we have not had, and
no, I mean,
we can learn. And there's
what I'm saying. There's a lot to be learned from him, from his success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I recognize him for his success. Yeah. I'm not saying that he's at Bruce Lee's level. What I'm saying, as far as like technique is concerned, but the success of him, all those movies, all that money, all that fame, his longevity, his household name, his laughter, his his appeal to children and to people all over the world that respect him. There's obviously a lot to learn from. But I'm not saying he's a Bruce Lee. It's like me saying, oh, you know, I learned there's a lot to learn from Bill Gates. There's a lot to learn from Bill Gates, but it's not like when you talk about like combative element.
Yeah, well, there are different approaches. They're two different approaches.
And what I basically I'm saying, I recognize him for what he's good at, what he's good for. Like I would never say that I could outperform him in stunts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, recognize that I'm good at what I do too. And just because he's Jackie Chan don't mean that he could outspar me, because this is what I do.
Yeah.
So I recognize him for what he does. Then I should be recognized for what I do, even if I don't have all that fame. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So that's
what I'm saying. I might not have the fame, I might have the money, but you know what I'm telling you what?
Yeah.
When it comes to sparring, I bet you, in my honest opinion, that I could do better in that area because that's what I focus on.
What you focus on.
But you know, if you say, oh, he's better at sparring, he's funnier than you, he looks better than you, he acts better than you, he has more money. Okay, so he's better than me in every single thing just because he's Jackie Chan. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Because I could even it's not even about fighting. I bet you I could bench press more weight than Jackie Chan. Yeah. I bet you I could do more pull-ups than him. But I'm just saying, like, there's things that I'm good at, there's things that he's good at, and I'm just saying, like, I mean, that's what he's there for. He's a public figure, and people are going to compare themselves to him because they want to get to that level of fame and fortune as well. And he's Chinese, and basically being Chinese, it puts us more in the same category. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like inspirations that can be for people. Yeah. You know, so it goes back to working together, and that each of you have a focus point and an expertise that each of you could learn from. No, but he's not going to work together with me. Like, what benefit would he get? No. I'm not speaking. I'm not speaking of what is and what is not. I'm just saying that each of you have your areas of expertise, and there is something that each of you could learn from one another. I'm not talking about calling up Jackie and be like, hi, can I have a meeting with you? Like, I'm not talking about that, but I'm just saying, in looking at things in retrospect, this is what is. He has his expertise in what he has done and how he has built his legacy and what he's doing. You have yours and what you have practiced every day since you were 14, 15 years old in your daily practice. And there are some things that each of us possess and that we have, especially when you put in the time and dedication that you've put in, that we can learn from each other. And that's the only point that I'm making. I'm not talking about challenging or anything like that. But as far as fighting and things like that, I just don't see it. Yeah, it's very touchy, and I just don't look at it that way. I look at it as an opportunity for us to continue to learn from one another. Because it's fighting. I mean, if it was dancing, then it'd just be different. You know, you watch them dance, you watch me dance, and then it's just kind of like a subjective thing. People are like, oh, you know, I like this person's style of dance more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when it's fighting, it's like you're trying to make two people fight against each other. I mean, it's going against what we're trying to build here. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be about that, because we can learn from one another, even with Bruce Lee's legacy. You know, but I mean, obviously, there's a lot that I can learn from him because he's at a position that I would like to be in myself. Yeah. But why would he seek to learn from somebody like? It's not a two-way street. He's not going to seek to learn from somebody like me. Well, if humility is there, and knowing that as long as we're alive, there's something new that we can learn. And sometimes those vessels come from people who are younger than us and who might not have the same experiences that we have. And so, yes, I do believe that those who are older and who are more seasoned, and those who have had more experiences because they've lived longer, that they can still learn from someone who is probably not as experienced as them or younger than them. And I've had that experience firsthand from people who are older than me. And I always learn from my elders, but I've also learned something from the children as well. And I'm years older than the kids. I mean, I think that it is, if there is a humble spirit and a humble energy within us, even as we get older, that we recognize and identify and acknowledge the fact that we can learn from someone who's not where we are. What I would love from Jackie, though, is if he just shouted out my name. Hey, you know what? Check out Freddie's Modern Kung Fu. That dude's dope. Then that'd be fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, thank you so much, Jackie. You know what I'm saying? Dude ain't gonna do that. You know,
You don't know that.
I'm always promoting.
But that's what I'm
always-
saying.
I'm
You
always
don't know that.
I'm always promoting Kung Fu Panda and everything.
you've not
Jackie
met
Chan, Rush Hour, this, Rush Hour. I'm promoting him all day. But I was, just one time, Jackie. Just be like, just one time, just be like, hey, you know what, dude, Freddie's Mom Kung Fu is dope. Like, yo, like that's all I want. Just let his audience know that I even exist.
He might be the type of person who would do exactly that. What I'm saying is because you've not yet met him, you don't know. I think he has the personality where he would do something like that. And this is just from what I've heard from the people who I know who have worked with him. I think that from what I've heard now, because I've not met Jackie Chan yet either, but from what I've heard, those who I have friends who work in Hollywood and they still dance and do choreography. And a friend of mine trained his son in fitness. And so from what he shared, he said that he's down to earth and he's genuinely a nice guy. So I think that he would do something.
I mean, it's kind of like, imagine if like Kim Kardashian, one of her posts, like Freddie's Mom Kung Fu. It's like, yo, like I'd have like 50 million subscribers like within like two minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all it takes. Like somebody famous. Hey, share some of your fame and wealth. Just shout me out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they ain't gonna do that because then it's gonna take attention away from them.
Sip from my water thermos. I don't think so because
you'd have to pay. You'd have to pay me like $2 million to do that.
Why would they do that?
And then I'm like, well, I got $2 million. I got $2. Well, sorry. It's a business thing. Like I ain't gonna promote you unless you pay me to promote you. And then I don't have any money. You gonna promote me?
Again, I just think it depends on who the person is. I really do. I think it depends on the person. So I'm just
and then
saying,
especially, why would he promote if I said, hey, I think I can spar better than you? Of course he ain't gonna promote me.
Up. I don't know, babe.
He gonna promote me?
No, I don't know. I was hitting my gavel. That's it. I don't.
He's gonna be so mad at me. He'll be sending his henchmen after me.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah, we've been on for a little bit.
Yeah, we gotta stop that.
Jackie, no, we have love for you, though, Jackie Chan. We do.
Yeah, Jackie Chan's
what you're
cool,
doing for
man.
the culture, for laughter, even what you're doing in Hollywood. I mean, it's great and it's very inspirational. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's very successful Chinese actor.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen, Jet Li, Bruce Lee. Like it does not work in my favor to go against them because they are they're the symbol of the Chinese out there in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And
so why would anyone?
Yeah, and even if I think that I could do better, why would I say it? Because then how do they make them feel? Yeah. And how's it gonna help me? It makes me look like I'm arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Like, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But at the same time, when you are in martial art movies, no matter who you are, you question, man, like what would happen if we sparred?
Yeah.
And it's not like it's out of like.
I mean, it makes you wonder.
It's not like it's out of arrogance. It's just more like, yo, like that'd be cool to see where you're at.
Yeah, it's a natural wonder.
It's just a competitive, like natural competitive thing. Like you watch the basketball players in the NBA, you wonder, like, dang, we played 1-on-1. Like, I wonder how I do. And it's not like you think you're necessarily better. You're just like, hey, I wonder like how good they really are. Yeah. And it's just a nice wonder to have, I guess. Yeah. It's a natural wonder. It doesn't mean that you don't respect them. Yeah. But I just say, not out of arrogance, but I trained for so long, I feel that I'm pretty good at what I do. Yeah. And I'm just honest about that. Certain things that I know I'm not good at running, and I'm honest about that. Mm-hmm. Like I hate running. So, but I'm not gonna say that I'm a great runner. You're right. So we should end it there, right?
Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in.
29 minutes.
I know.
8 seconds, 9 seconds.
I think you would be a cute character in Kung Fu Panda, though.
I don't want to be cute.
I'm sorry.
I want to be the character that goes in there and starts being like the Bruce Lee of Kung Fu Panda.
The Bruce Lee of Kung Fu Panda.
Be the
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to be a rat. I don't want to be the panda. It'd be cool to be like the tiger or something, you know.
Hmm. Okay.
All right, but we want to thank everybody for the support.
Oh
This is
my
a
gosh.
brand new thing that we're doing now with the live stream, and I'm excited about it. And I tried my hardest to get through as many questions as I could, but as you can see, the questions are piling up,
Going in, yeah.
and it's an hour and 30 minutes in. So we're gonna stop it right there. All right, you take care, everybody.
Yeah. Have a good night.